Fandom UK. Hope you guys doing well today. Pleasure to have you with us. If you're just joining us, do please hit that like button and consider subscribing as we're here for championship action tonight. Hopefully, it'll be a good game, guys. As QPR take on Derby County in the championship. So all to play for both teams tonight. With Derby obviously recently appointing a new manager as well. So they're going to obviously want to make a positive impact. We'll see how it goes, guys. So if you've got any thoughts for score predictions, please do drop them in early, as I would love to hear from you with score predictions, as we're just waiting for the teams to come on the field. Let's have a look how they're both planning to line up. Just bear me a second. So, according to this, what I'm seeing on my screen, QPR lining up with 4 at the back, 5 in midfield, 1 up front, and Derby County going with the same. So we'll see if that actually proves to be the case. Sometimes the lineups that I get on that particular website don't actually match up to what we get on this pitch on the night. So we'll see what happens, guys. And with regards to where both teams are sitting, I'm just reminding myself here. QPR in 13th at the moment, with Derby County in 21st position. So Derby County in danger of falling into the bottom 3. So they'll be wanting to try and get some points out of this tonight if they can. And QPR, well, I'm not sure if they can make the playoffs. Let's just have a look. They're currently sitting on 41 points, 32 games played. Playoff positions. Well, it's a tough ask, but it's not impossible. As the playoff positions, 40. West Brom in the bottom for playoff position at the moment on 47 points. So it is doable. It is doable that QPR could chase it down. But obviously, they would need some results to go their way in other games as well to give them a chance to close the gap. But at this stage in the season, I'm sure QPR fans will be hopeful that they could potentially push up the field, push up the table into those playoffs positions. We'll have to wait and see how they get on tonight, though. But it'll be a tough ask against Derby, as I say, with a newly appointed manager. Jamie is with us. Jamie saying, good evening, guys. How are you and Becky? Yeah, doing good, thank you, mate. Good evening to you. Hope you're well. Jamie, pleasure to have you with us, mate. Hope you and Megan are both well. And welcome to the show, mate. Always a pleasure. And Jack saying, all right, guys, mate, what's the strategy tonight? Just same as usual, a little bit, unless we get really crazy numbers coming in. Obviously, if we get crazy numbers coming in, then I will focus a little bit more on the game. But just the same as usual tonight. As I said the other day, that was just testing out that strategy for future. That strategy I used the other day will be used more for cup games, because that's when we've noticed that viewers want to stick around and obviously get better commentary. But as I say, we'll be engaging with you guys through the game tonight where I can. So welcome to the show, Jack. Hope you're well, and a pleasure to have you with us, mate. And Jamie is saying, I'm saying 2-2 this game. Good shout, Jamie. Good shout. Team's just on the field now at the moment, guys. Apologies, the radar slightly ahead of me, but as I always tell you, I leave the radar on the screen to give you, guys, other options, so you're not just relying on my commentary skills. Derby just having a huddle there. So, yep, good shout, Jamie. And Jack is saying £48 for Brighton Chelsea, so didn't go. It's a joke, I think that's meant to say. Yep, unfortunately, ticket prices are getting ridiculous at the moment. No reality in them, considering that, especially for Premier League clubs. There's just no excuse for charging that kind of ticket price when we consider the fact that the amount of TV revenue these clubs are making now does mean that they could potentially fill the ground, not charge a penny for tickets, and still make a profit. So we're off and underway, guys, as Derby with the possession at the back. And Jack is saying, joke. Yeah, got that, mate. And Jack saying 2-1 QPR. Good shout, Jack. Thank you, mate. Dave is with us. Dave saying, evening, guys. Stevie and fan dinners. How you doing, Dave? Welcome to the show, mate. Pleasure to have you with us. Hope you're well. And welcome to the show. Always a pleasure. Now, the ball with QPR on the halfway line. They've won it back there. Now they play it out wide on the far side as Derby come to press the ball. QPR just playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper there. Now QPR try and build out from the back as they play the ball out wide on this near side. Dave saying, come on, Derby 2-1. Thank you, Dave. Dave wanting Derby to beat London rivals QPR. So QPR now with the possession on the edge of the centre circle. Ball chipped out wide on this near side, and it's knocked out of play there for a throw-in. So throw-in on this near side, deep inside the QPR, the Derby County half of the field. And I think it is a throw-in to Derby. I think the last touch there came off the QPR player. Meaty challenge early on there as well. So thank Jamie's saying we're doing great. Thanks, guys. Thanks for asking, mate. My pleasure. Good to hear you well. Ball back in play as now QPR knock it forward. As Derby try and challenge, it's knocked towards the edge of the box. Derby intercept it. Now Derby trying to get on the counter attack as they quickly move the ball out wide on the far side. It's knocked long down the field as Derby now coming towards the edge of the box, trying to take it to the byline there, but the ball just getting away from them as it's gone behind, and that will be a goal kick to QPR. Jack saying, hi, Dave. You all right, mate? Thank you, Jack. And also saying hello to Jamie. Top stuff. Jamie saying, hi, Dave. How are you, pal? I hope you're doing well. Awesome. Loving the positive vibes, guys. Jamie saying, hi, Jack, as well. Jack saying, I'll be going Slough Town tomorrow, by the way, guys. So won't be on. No worries, Jack. Hope you have a safe journey, mate. And hope your team put in a good performance. Now, the ball with QPR at the back, just outside their own box, as they work the ball out wide on that far side. It's just cut back into the middle here, though, as they, not showing much urgency to come forward here at the moment. QPR just knocking it about on the edge of their own box. Now, eventually, they do knock it long down the field. It's headed on there by Derby. Derby now picking up the loose ball as they quickly challenged there by QPR, but the referee is going to give the foul. That's a soft one. So that's going to be a free kick just inside the Derby County half. Dave is saying, I'm good now. Thanks, JW and Jack. But feeling better now. Have you been feeling under the weather, Dave? Sorry to hear that, mate. James saying, Dave, great to hear, bro. Absolutely, yep. Well said, Jamie. Now the ball knocked down the field out wide on this near side. Derby just trying to keep it in play there, but they've ended up not being able to, and it's gone out for a goal kick to QPR. Jack saying, I'm good, thanks, Jamie. Good to hear, Jack. Jonathan with us. Jonathan saying, hi all, I have no internet in game, but still want to join up. How you doing, Jonathan? Sorry to hear you having internet problems, mate. Welcome to the show, and a pleasure to have you with us, mate. Now QPR with the possession midway inside their own half. They chip it out wide on the far side. Quickly challenged there by Derby. Derby managing to come away with it, but they've lost it there as QPR win it back. Now QPR trying to get on the attack, but quickly closed down there by Derby. Derby managing to retain the possession there under pressure as they're forced to cut it back. Now it's knocked long down the field as it's headed back towards the edge of the centre circle. QPR eventually knocking it up the field. And Derby just managing to win it back inside their own half as they play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Yep, sorry to hear you having internet problems, Jonathan, but pleasure to have you with us, mate. Jack saying, hi, Jonathan. How's Wrexham got this? Who's Wrexham got this weekend? And Jamie saying, Dave, have you heard about Championship next season? Yeah, with the VAR. And Jamie saying, hi, Jonathan. How are you, pal? Awesome. Loving the positive vibes, as always, from you guys. Now the ball with Derby on this near side as they just cut it back into the middle. QPR coming to press the ball. Derby cutting it back there towards the edge of the centre circle. Now it's worked out wide on this near side as they try to come forward again here. Derby quickly come, quickly closed down there by QPR. Derby managing to retain it though, as now they cross it into the box. It's headed up into the air, not cleared, as Derby managed to get the ball under control as it comes down. Now just playing it out side the box as they try and play it out wide on the far side, but it's intercepted by QPR. As QPR knock it away, Derby win it back, playing it down that far side as eventually it's knocked out of play for a throw-in. Now Derby, well, they raced towards the byline there, trying to get the crossing, but ended up running it out of play, and that's going to be another goal kick to QPR. Jonathan is saying Northampton tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. away. Tricky one, that, mate. Jonathan saying, yes, Jamie, I have Wrexham on the way. And Dave is saying, I'm good, thanks, guys. Hope you and Becky are well. Yeah, we're doing good, thank you, Dave. Thank you for asking, mate. Hope you, good to hear you well as yourself. How's your lovely daughter getting on, mate, with the baby? Presume she's a bit further along now. Is she starting to show yet, Dave? But thank you for asking, mate. Now the ball knocks out wide on the far side as QPR make the challenge, and it's gone out of play there for a throw-in. Throwing taken quickly. Ball back in play. QPR just playing it back to the goalkeeper there, just inside their own box. Now the ball just edged forward there. As QPR now with the possession on the edge of their own box. Derby coming to press the ball from the front. And QPR just again play it back to the goalkeeper there. Jonathan saying, I hope. And Jack is saying, tough game, Jonathan. Hopefully you can get a good result there. Oh, Derby have won it back here as they race forward, but QPR make the challenge on the edge of the box and knocking it out wide on the far side. But eventually it's won back by Derby before eventually the ball goes out of play there. Davey's saying, hello, Jonathan, mate. Awesome. Top man. Thank you, Dave. Loving the positive vibes, as always, from you guys. Jonathan saying, yep, they did. They drew with Stockport in the midweek. Yeah, Stockport been doing really well this season, to be fair, haven't they? Quite surprised me, to be fair, how well they're doing, considering they're they're newly promoted, aren't they? Ball's gone out of play again on the far side for another throw-in. Jonathan saying, hi, Dave. Top man. Thank you, Jonathan. Dave saying, no, Jamie, I didn't hear. James saying, Jonathan, I love to see that club in the championship soon. And James saying, Dave VAR coming to the championship next season. And Jonathan saying, got to believe, Jamie, but I feel we don't get the PTS soon. Be in the playoffs. Points soon. We'll be in the playoffs. Still would be a good season, Jonathan, to be fair, mate. Still would be a good season for Wrexham. Now the ball with QPR in the middle of the park. So now try and work it out wide on the far side. They managed to do so, taking it towards the byline. Ball crossed in as it's knocked away. QPR now trying to get on the attack, but they've lost the ball there. Now Derby coming forward on the far side, but quickly challenged by QPR. Derby trying to challenge right back, but QPR managed to work their way forward here as they try and race up the field, but again challenged by Derby as the ball goes out of play on the far side. Jonathan saying, got to believe, Jamie, but I feel... right, read that. Thank you, Jonathan Jackson. As long as VAR stays out of non-league, we'll be fine. Yeah, well, I can't see it going in non-league, mate. The clubs down there just don't have the money to play out for that kind of technology, to be fair. Now the ball with Derby as they just play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Ball knocked out wide on the far side. as QPR come to challenge for it. And as they're coming together there, the referee's blown for the foul. Jonathan saying, as I said, interest. Oh, sorry, interest. Not internet. My apologies. My apologies, Jonathan. I read it wrong. My apologies. So no interest in it. But fair enough, mate. Well, thank you for being with us. Appreciate the support. And always a pleasure, as I say, to have you with us. Thank you, mate. Now the ball with QPR. And to be fair, I have no interest in this fixture either. But as I say, we're going to build fun then to one day potentially be successful. Then I've got to try all clubs to see what interest we get and if our efforts are appreciated. And also to help us try and attract new fans to the fan den community for you guys to enjoy more conversation with a more variety of fans. Now QPR with the possession on the edge of the centre circle as they just knock it about there. Derby coming to press the ball. QPR just keeping it there, just inside their own half. Now they work it out wide on the far side. As on this near side, as eventually they've knocked it out of play there, and that's going to be a throw-in. Jack saying, can't see us getting out non-league anytime soon. Keep the faith, Jack. You guys pushing hard at the top of the league. That's a step in the right direction. As the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. Now Derby with the possession on this near side, just cutting it back into their own half and eventually playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper. QPR coming forward there to press the ball. Derby now working it back out wide on this near side. It's knocked long up to the centre circle and say blasted up into the air. It's headed forward there by QPR as Derby managed to intercept it and now knock it long back up the field as QPR just head it back to the goalkeeper there. Jamie saying, Jonathan, I think you'll be in the playoffs or go up. You're doing well. Absolutely well said, Jamie. Jonathan saying, not last 8 games, Jamie. Yeah. Be fair, Jonathan, it's a long season. I think most clubs have a little bit of a blip at some point in the season. It's about minimising that blip, innit? That's the key thing. Now QPR on the edge of the centre circle. I say edge the way forward here. It's knocked long down the field, up towards the edge of the Derby box. QPR now coming in from that far side. Derby coming to press the ball. QPR just managing to retain it. Ball crossed in here as it's intercepted by Derby, and Derby blast it long up the field, just knocking it up to the halfway line. It's won back by QPR. Now QPR trying to come again as they work the ball into the centre circle. It's played long out wide to this near side, taking it right to the byline as they just cut it back there. Derby coming to press the ball. QPR managing to retain it. Now they play it towards the edge of the box. Racing into the box here as Derby trying to challenge, not letting them have time and space on the ball. And eventually it's knocked back out wide on this near side as QPR trying to clear their lines there. Derby trying to clear their lines there as QPR challenged for it to win it back. But eventually, it's gone out of play. Jamie saying, Jack, say never because don't know what's going to happen in footy. Absolutely well said, Jamie. Dave saying, good, that VAR is going the championship next season. Do you think so, Dave? I think I'm not to be honest, I've said it a few times here on the channel. My problem with VAR is not the VAR technology; it's the people using it. That's where the problem lies. It's the technology it has got potential to make the game better, but it's the people using it and how they're using it that is the problem. So we got a free kick on the far side here for QPR. No, sorry. No, I thought he'd give the foul out. So he's not. He's give it as a throw in. So throwing for QPR on the far side, inside their own half as they throw it forward. It's won back by Derby. Derby just cutting it back there to their centre backs. Jack saying, VAR in non-league, how close you are to it. Love to see it. Do you think? Well, I can't see it, Jack. Interesting to hear you'd love to see it, but I can't see it, to be fair, mate. Just don't think the clubs have got the money for it. Now the ball played forward on this near side as a clumsy challenge comes in there from Derby, and the referee's given the foul. So free kick to QPR. It's on this near side. It's maybe 12, 15 yards from the touchline on this near side, and about the same from the halfway line. Jonathan saying, Dave, VAR is okay in other countries, but the English setup is shit. Ball knocked long up the field as it's knocked into the box here, but the goalkeeper just manages to come and intercept it there, and that relieves the pressure momentarily for Derby. Jamie saying, Jonathan, wait and see. We don't know. Happens in football. Fair enough, Jamie. And Jamie saying, Dave, yeah, it'd be on Talk Sport Monday about it. Cool. So Derby now to play out from the back. Jonathan saying 3 promoted clubs from League 2 last year are in the top 10, 12 of the league. Yeah, that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Only concern with that is if you guys do get promoted, the Championship is a different animal, mate. That is a tough league to stay in. Really is tough league to stay in, the Championship. Especially if you jump up from League 2 straight through League 1 and into the Championship. You might find it pretty tough. Ball crossed into the box here for Derby. It's knocked away by QPR. Derby winning it back further up the field. Challenged there by QPR, but Derby managed to retain it. Now they knock it out wide on the far side. It's just cut back as the referee has blown the whistle here as we've got a Derby County player down holding his ankle. So, yep, tough league if you get promoted, but it'd be a major achievement for you guys if you did it. But I'm sure I don't need to tell you about how tough the Championship is. I know your club's not in it, but you know enough about football, mate, that you're probably very much aware of how much of a challenge it would be to stay in the Championship. Dave's saying, yep, she's doing great. Thanks, Gaz. As she's carrying 2, she's looking 5 months gone already. That doesn't surprise me yet. Sitting there with a belly full of people. Well, as long as they're not obviously, as long as they're not making her feel too uncomfortable yet. Obviously, she's heading towards that period now, isn't she? There's obviously I'm no expert about pregnancy, but I know the last 2-3 months of a pregnancy can be really uncomfortable for ladies. With obviously the baby starting to get to full size. So we send our best wishes, Dave, and hope everything goes smooth and well. And as I say, hope she doesn't end up in too much discomfort too soon. But yeah, if she's looking that way already, I imagine she's already starting to feel a bit like she's carrying a house. It'll all be worth it when the burns are in her arms. Have you been roped into decorating duties, Dave, for the nursery, mate? Mind you, I don't know if you know what sex the baby is. It blue, pink, maybe. If it's girls, it'll be pink nursery. If it's boys, it'll be a blue nursery. It could be one of each, couldn't it? You could have to do the room half and half. Now the ball with QPR on the far side as they race forward here. Derby coming to challenge. As they just managed to win it back there, Derby. Now it's worked into the middle of the park as QPR come to press the ball. Derby managing to retain it there. Just played back to the goalkeeper. If you are just joining us, guys, please do hit the thumbs up if you like us covering your team or this game. And thank you if you have already. We are 90 minutes gone and it's 0-0 at the moment. Derby now with the possession on this near side as they play it forward here. As they come towards the edge of the box, but just cut back as QPR come to press the ball. Derby managing to retain it here. Now racing into the box as the ball just gets away from him there, and the goalkeeper manages to come and intercept it comfortably. Jack is saying, you think Wrexham have any chance of promotion, John? Of course, absolutely. They've been up at the top of the league all season, Jack. So they've got a great chance of getting promoted. Jonathan saying, if you ask me at beginning, I say no, but now I like to see it. Now the ball with QPR on this near side as they come forward, closed down by Derby. QPR just playing it back into the middle of the park as they play it back to the halfway line there. Derby coming to press the ball. QPR managing to retain it here. Just knocking it about inside the centre circle. I'll say play it out wide on this near side now, racing forward. So Derby come to press the ball. QPR just managing. Well, they've ended up knocking it out of play there. I was about to say they've just managed to retain it, but they've ended up knocking it out of play with with a missed time pass. Not able to keep the ball under control. Jonathan saying, and yes, I believe they have a chance. Absolutely, rightly so, mate. Jack saying you cheat. You beat Crawley. And Jack also saying my best mates from Crawley. Cool. Now QPR with the shot. Oh, it's into the far corner of the net. QPR take the lead. Shot from just outside the box as it goes into the far corner of the net. And it's 21 minutes gone. QPR 1, Derby County 0. Well, that was a really nice goal from the edge of the box. That's definitely one for goal of the season. Sorry, not goal of the season. Sorry, goal of the month. But it could be potentially a goal of the season, but definitely one for goal of the month. Bullet of a shot. So, yep, cool, Jack. And Jonathan is saying they spent a bit of cash lately. Yeah, I saw you guys did a bit of business in the transfer window. Jonathan saying 7 points out of the last 18 isn't promotion form. No, absolutely not. But like I say, maybe just a bit of tired legs, Jonathan. Maybe sometimes just need that second wind. Hopefully you get it. Jonathan saying, so as a fan of Wrexham, I'm hoping it changes soon. Ball played forward here as it's knocked out wide on this near side. Dave saying, be right back. No worries, Dave. No worries. James saying, Dave, okay, bro. Thank you, Jamie. Jack saying, I think you'd struggle in the Championship, Jonathan. And Jack also saying, much bigger teams in that league with more money. So many ex-Premier League clubs. Very true. Now QPR on this near side. Derby try and challenge for it. QPR just managing to retain it, playing it back to the edge of their own box. Now the ball knocked long down the field as QPR coming towards the edge of the Derby box here. Now the ball just cut back. It's intercepted by Derby. As the referee, is the referee going to give the foul there? I think he has. There was a coming together on the edge of the box there. So the referee stopping the play. Let's have a look at this. There's nothing in that. That's not a foul. Jonathan saying, "Yep, me too. But I don't mind finishing first off the bottom. 3." Jonathan saying for the new season. Jack saying, have these those so-called derbies against Swansea and Cardiff. Jonathan. Ball now with Derby. I say just trying to keep the ball under pressure there. It's worked out wide on the far side as QPR come to press the ball. Derby just playing it back to the edge of their own box. Now it's knocked up the field, intercepted by QPR on the halfway line as they eventually just play it safe, playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper on the edge of their own box. Now QPR edge the way forward here. Derby coming to press the ball again. And it's worked out wide on the far side. And QPR knock it up to the halfway line. Both sets of players trying to win it there. As Derby managed to come away with it. Now Derby just cutting it back, playing it back to their centre-backs Say now, work it back out wide on the far side. It's knocked long down the field, intercepted by QPR, who knock it back in the direction it came from. And now Derby win it back, playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Jamie saying, Jonathan, I think you'd be okay in the Championship. Yeah, good shout, Jamie. Jonathan saying, totally agree about the gulf between League One and Championship by Birmingham being in League One this season. Thank you, Jonathan. Yep, and just look at how much Plymouth has struggled this season after having a good spell in the Championship last season, newly promoted. This season, they're finding it much tougher. Now the ball knocked out of play on this near side. It's gone out for a throw into Derby, deep inside the QPR half of the field on this near side. Thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan saying, Dave, good luck, pal, and congratulations too on the baby. Well said, Jonathan. Now the ball with Derby as they play it into the edge of the centre circle. It's worked out wide on the far side. QPR coming to press the ball. It's just cut back there as Derby managed to retain it. It's played into the centre circle here as they eventually play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. A lot of balls being passed back to the keeper from both teams here, trying to play it safe. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, well said, Jack. Jonathan laughing and Jack saying, yeah, congrats, Dave. Thank you, Jack. Jack saying, I hope Crawley stay up in League One, fellow West Sussex team. Now, Derby with the possession as they play it out wide on this near side. QPR coming to press the ball. Derby just managed to retain it there. It's cut back. So again, they play it back to their centre-backs. Edging the way forward here. Now the ball worked out wide on the far side. I say trying to come forward there, but closed down by QPR. Derby just managed to retain it though, as they play it back into the middle. Now it's worked out wide on this near side. Ball played forward as QPR come to challenge. And, well, just keep the ball in play there, Derby, but they've lost it. As now QPR with the possession on this near side. Ball played back to the edge of their own box. As Derby just sitting off here at the moment. QPR edged the way forward down the centre. It's closed down well here by Derby as QPR eventually knock it out wide on the far side. It's knocked up the field as Derby trying to win it there close to the halfway line, but the referee's blown for the foul. Edwards fouling the Derby player there for Reading. Jonathan saying, nursery Gaz, it be baby's house, bottom of the garden. Okay. Jamie saying, Jonathan, you going tomorrow, mate? And Jamie is saying, Jack, you going to a game? Jonathan's saying, no, too far for me for 12:30 kickoff. Yeah, you guys got early kickoff tomorrow. Derby now coming forward. Say, managed to get into the box here. They get the shot off. Oh, it's over the top of the crossbar. That wasn't a bad effort considering it was surrounded there by QPR players. Had a lot of bodies in front of him, but just couldn't get it on target. And that will be a goal kick. Oh, I don't know, actually. It should be a corner because it took a deflection, but he's given it as a goal kick to QPR. QPR now playing it forward down the middle, but no player to run onto it there as Derby win it back just outside their own box. Now Derby working it out wide on the far side as they trying to come forward there, but quickly closed down by QPR as they play it again back to their goalkeeper. And Jamie's saying, it is at home or away, pal? Or is it at home or away? Away, Jonathan saying, Jamie's saying 3-0 to use Jonathan, lad. Jonathan saying, hope so, pal. And Jamie saying, lovely goal. Yep, it was. Absolutely well said, Jamie. Yep, nice goal from QPR. Now, the ball with QPR on the edge of their own box as they edge their way forward here. Derby just sitting off as it's worked out wide on the far side. Now they've played forward, but again closed down by Derby. Derby not allowing QPR to have much time on the ball. It's chipped up to the edge of the centre circle. Now knocked back in the direction it came from by Derby. So QPR knock it out towards that far side. Both sets of players trying to win it there, but eventually it does go out of play for a throw-in. So throw-in on the far side to QPR deep inside their own half. Jonathan saying, set the weekend off sport nicely. Very true, mate. And Dave saying, back now, flipping dogs. Okay. Jamie saying, Dave, welcome back, pal. Thank you, Jamie. And Dave saying, Jamie, you want a couple of dogs, mate? Derby coming again here on the far side, playing it into the box. QPR trying to challenge. Derby just managed to retain it here. So try and get the cross in. It comes in, but it's gone past everybody as eventually it bounces out on this near side. And that's gone out for a Derby throw-in deep inside the Reading half on this near side of the field. Jamie saying, hello, everyone who is watching Fanden. Welcome. Come in, say hello. Like and subscribe. Everyone is welcome to join us. Absolutely. Thank you, Jamie. Yep, if you are listening in the background, guys, do feel free to come and say hello in the Fanden community chat. And it would be a pleasure to have you come and get involved in the Fanden community. Thank you, Jonathan. Jamie, sorry. Top man, Jamie. Thank you, mate. So ball has gone out of play on this near side for a corner to Derby. Jamie saying, Dave, no thanks. Jack saying, I'm going Slough away, Jamie. And Jamie saying, Jack, safe journey, pal. Absolutely well said, Jamie. Dave saying, Jamie, please. Corner comes in. Headed towards goal. The referee's blown for a foul in the box there. And Jack saying, nice, close one, Slough. But 1 hour, about 1 hour nearer Reading. And Jamie saying, Dave, I'm good, thank you. Jamie's saying, Dave, if I can call them Blades. And Dave saying, Jamie, Blades is better than what I just called them. Ball knocked out of play on the far side. Going out for a throw-in. So throwing to QPR on the far side. Just inside their own half as they throw it forward here. It's headed back in the direction it came from. Derby managing to retain it as they knock it back up to the halfway line. QPR head it back in the direction it came from. Derby knocking it forward there. Both sets of players trying to win it. It's eventually blasted towards the goal. Oh, it's just gone wide on the far side of the post. That was an amazing effort from considerably distance from the goal. That was a wild effort. Wasn't even looking at the goal. Got the shot off and it just a yard or so wide of the, I think it might even be less, half a yard. QPR now with the possession on this near side. As Derby come to press the ball. QPR just managing to it. Well, referee, has he given a foul here? I think he has. Dave saying, Gaz, why did you have to say Plymouth? You guys had a bad result against them, didn't you, recently? Sorry, mate. But they have been struggling, haven't they, to be fair? They've picked up a little bit of form recently, though. Now the ball on the far side with QPR as they come forward. Derby trying to challenge. QPR managed to retain it. Now they work it out wide to this near side. Racing towards the Derby box. Ball crossed in. Goalkeeper tries to get a hand to it. Manages to, but the ball eventually falls straight into the pot for the QPR players. Blasted it into the roof of the net as QPR go 2-0 up. 34 and a half minutes gone. QPR 2, Derby 0. Jamie is saying, Dave, I be call them different, saying them come back up. Thank you, Jamie. Dave saying, thanks, Jack and Jonathan. A few months to go, but so far, so good. Well, thank you, Dave. Jack saying 1-0 Albion. Get in. Come on. Brighton beat the Chelsea 2 times in 2 weeks. Now the ball back in the centre circle as Derby to get us back underway. Jamie's saying, Dave, take them for a walk. Knacker them out. Good idea. Doesn't always work that way, though, unfortunately. Sato with the goal for QPR. Now Derby with the possession. Played back to the goalkeeper. It's knocked down the centre of the field, intercepted by QPR. Now QPR chipping it back up the field on that far side. Derby coming to challenge for it. So eventually it's knocked forward and it's rolled out of play there. And Dave saying, no, Jamie, they just love to go out too much. And Jack saying, you happy with drawing Palace, Dave? Jack saying, you're gonna go Selhurst. Yeah, in the cup. Yeah. That should be a tasty fixture, that. And Jamie laughing at Dave. Dave saying, Jack, oh, yes, grabbing my tickets tomorrow when we play West Brom. So corner on the far side now for QPR. Ball crossed in. Knocked towards goal. It's headed away by Derby. Not fully cleared here. The ball still bouncing about inside the box. Eventually it's knocked outside the box as now Derby trying to get on the attack, but fouled there, and the referee's given the foul. So free kick to Derby midway inside their own half of the field. Jack saying, nice, Dave. Very true, mate. Jack saying, I'm going Newcastle away on the Sunday, 1:45 p.m. kickoff. And Jamie is saying, Dave, you're going to London, Derby, Palace vs Millwall. Ball now with QPR racing forward up towards the edge of the box. Trying to get the shot off. It's deflected behind by Derby. And that's going to be another corner to QPR. And Jamie is saying, Dave, you're going to London, Derby, Palace vs Millwall. Dave saying, nice one, Jack. And Dave also saying, Jamie, oh, yep, it's a must. And Jamie saying, Jack, cool, pal. Going Man City on the 15th of March. So QPR now with the corner. It comes in. It's knocked wide of this near side post, and that's going to be a goal kick. Safe travels, Jack. Jamie saying, Dave, I thought so. And Jack saying, first visit to the Etihad. I've been there, mate. It's not special. It's not special. Jack saying 2-0 Brighton. Get him. You're doing it again. I've got to watch out for those comments. Now, to be honest, Jack, Man City's ground will probably just remind you very much of Brighton's ground, just on a bigger scale. Now, Derby trying to win the ball back. They managed to come away with it there, but quickly challenged by QPR. QPR now with the possession on the halfway line. Now it's worked out wide on this near side. It's played forward as it just gets away from them there. And it's gone out for a goal kick. So goal kick to Derby. I think Derby need the half-time break. At the moment, they look a bit lost in this first half. And Jack saying, sorry, Gaz, you previously said I can say my own team's results, mate. I did. Yep, I did. No apology needed, mate. Mate, it's not you. It's me to be switched on to it. That's all. I'm just been a long day today at work all day. So, obviously, like I say, it's mainly Saturdays, Jack, more than anything, because obviously Saturdays it does help. Well, Saturdays and Tuesdays when we've got a lot of games going on. That's when I obviously normally am pretty focused on it then. But yep, no apology needed, Jack. It's my bad, mate. My bad. Like I say, you are more than welcome to mention your own team's result. Absolutely, mate. Now QPR with the possession inside their own boxes. Derby challenge for it. It's knocked away, and the ball just intercepted there on the halfway line by QPR. So they just play it back into their own half. But yep, no apology needed, Jack, mate. No apology needed. My bad. Yep, you can, mate. You're more than welcome. Like I say, just me. I'm not. I've been at work all week, mate. So I'm not quite in full football mode today because it's been a really long day today. So not a lot of sleep last night. Long day at work, so I'm just really feeling shattered tonight. I wasn't planning to come on there. But I thought I would because we haven't tried these two clubs enough on the channel. So that's why I decided to push myself to do this game tonight. But yep, no apology needed, Jack. Like I say, my bad, mate. I'm just not as switched on to it as I normally am. So Derby on the far side, just playing it back to the goalkeeper there. QPR coming to press the ball. Now Derby working the ball forward. No, they play it back there. So yeah, good. That's surprising. Chelsea are losing though. Chelsea, what are going on with them? They are. Do you know Chelsea fans are deluded? They really are deluded. Oh, Derby now coming forward as they get the shot off. Oh, well, it's deflected wide. That wasn't a bad effort. That was a really good effort. Why did they move the ball quickly down that far side of the field and crossed it into the box, getting the shot off, and the goalkeeper well, I'm not sure. Did he get fingertips to that, or did it? I've seen it deflected off the QPR defender, but no, I don't think the goalkeeper got hands to it. So corner on this near side. Ball crossed him, knocked away. QPR blasted up the field. Ball just bounces all the way back to the Derby County keeper there. Now they work it out wide on the far side. But yeah, what is going on with Chelsea? They are shocking at the moment. Glentown have gone 1-0 up against Colorino, guys, in the Northern Irish Premiership. So Colorino 0, Glentown 1. Jamie's saying, I need a coffee and a pee. Wait till half time. Mate, go and have a pee if you need one. Don't hold it in. It's not good for you, that. So I've been told. Derby have won a free kick here on the edge of the centre circle. Right, and to take this free kick, ball crossed into the box here. As it's knocked towards goal, and it just goes wide. But they've won another corner there, Derby. David saying, Jamie, mind you don't pee yourself. Yeah. And Jamie laughing at that. Awesome. Bit of friendly banter there. Jamie saying, Dave, I can sit. Wait, I'm not that old yet. Yeah. So corner on this near side for Derby. Ball crossed in, headed up into the air by QPR as it's knocked back towards goal, but this time the goalkeeper comfortably intercepts it. And that relieves the pressure momentarily for QPR. Ball knocked up the field. And it's knocked out of play on that far side for another throw-in. So, big game for you guys tomorrow, Dave, at home to West Brom. Well, I'll let you know this. We did cover the West Brom game against Blackburn the other night, and the West Brom fans were not happy. So, if you guys can get in their faces and put them under pressure early on, you might be able to flip the script and get their fans on the back of West Brom players, which would obviously add the pressure to those guys. Ball knocked out of play on the far side. It's gone out of throwing for a throw-in. Midway inside the Derby County half. So throwing for QPR deep inside. Well, I thought it was on a. It's actually been given further forward there, so it's deep inside the Derby half. Ball back in play as it's. Well, the referee's blown for. I'm not sure, but he's blown the whistle there, so it's going to be a free kick on the far side for Derby. We've had 3 minutes added on, guys. We're a minute and a half in. Ball knocked down the field, headed back towards the edge of the centre circle. Both sets of players trying to win it there as QPR knock it forward. Now QPR closed down by Derby, but Derby with a poor challenge there. And he's given the referee an easy decision there. Langus with a, yeah, he's better than that. Should be doing better than that. Late challenge. Just drawing the attention of the referee there. He's lucky to not get a card, actually. So we're into the last minute, guys. Don't forget, if you could, please do hit the like button, and thank you if you have already. QPR now with a free kick. Ball crossed up to the edge of the box. Headed back up the field by Derby. Derby now on the far side as it's knocked down the field. QPR managing to get to it first before they eventually knock it out of play on the far side. Jack saying, laugh out loud, Jamie. Dave saying, guards tomorrow, Millwall v West Brom. 3-1 Millwall. Well, to be fair, mate, if they play anything like they did against Blackburn the other night, then they are there for the taking, mate. Like I say, they had their fans on their back. So if you guys can get in their faces in the first 10 minutes, you might turn the away fans into hostile against their own team, potentially. Not saying that's guaranteed, but the West Brom fans certainly let the players know the other night they weren't happy after that defeat to Blackburn. Well, there goes the half-time whistle, guys. And at half-time, it has finished. QPR 2, Derby County 0. Work for the new manager to do for Derby County, but a good first half from a QPR perspective. So 2-0. Let's have a look at the half-time match stats, guys. Spare me a second while I bring it on the screen for you guys to see. That's bloody loud. Don't forget, guys, if you could, please do hit that thumbs up. And thank you very much if you have already. Appreciate it, guys. So here we go. Let me get the halftime match stats on the screen so you guys can see how that first half has gone in numbers. Just bear with me a second, guys. It's coming on your screen now. So here we go. So at halftime, this is how the game has gone in numbers. Total shots 7 for QPR, 3 for Derby. Shots on target 2 for QPR, none for Derby. Possession, 46% for QPR, 54% for Derby. Passes, 189 for QPR, 217 for Derby. Pass accuracy, 77% for both teams. Fouls, 5 against Derby, 5 against QPR, 6 against Derby. No yellow cards, no red cards. Offsides, 1 for QPR, none for Derby. And corners, 2 for QPR, 3 for Derby. So there you go. A quick look at the results around the ground, guys. As Jack was keeping us informed about his team Brighton. They are currently 2-0 up against Chelsea. So Brighton 2, Chelsea 0. And in the Championship here, as we know, 2-0 to QPR. In the Highlands Lowlands League, Ivorius Loco Works 3-1 winning 3-1 at the moment at half-time against Devon Vale. And in the lower league, Lowlands League, East Stirlingshire 4-0 down to East Kilbride. And Hearts' second team 2-0 up against Stirling University. In the Scottish ladies game, guys, Glasgow City currently 2-2 with Celtic ladies, and 64 minutes gone in that one. And the Northern Irish Premier League game just getting back underway for the second half. It's currently Colorino 0, Glentown 1. So there you go. That brings you bang up to date with all the results around the UK, guys. So, yeah, good shout, Dave. Jack is saying, yep, I'm sorry for saying scorecards, mate. I'd be there if it weren't 48 quid. No, as I said, Jack, no apology needed. I did just explain that, mate. It's my bad. As I just explained, it's just been a long day. So I haven't been at work all day today. Not had a lot of sleep. So I'm not fully focused as I normally would be at weekend time. In full football mode. So my bad. You're absolutely right. I did say you're free to keep us informed of your own team's result, mate. Jamie is saying, Dave 4-0 Millwall. Good shout, Jamie. And Jack saying, it's actually a free train from Worthing Station to Amex with a match ticket. Ah, cool. I didn't know that, Jack. That's cool, isn't it? Jamie saying, Jamie needs pee and coffee. Be right back. No worries, Jamie. Dave saying, JW, that's not be nice. But that'd be nice. But I doubt it. Fair enough, Dave. Dave saying that's okay. Jack, not many clubs do that. Do what? That's. Oh, with the train. Yeah, absolutely. Very true. Very true, Dave. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think that's a real good arrangement between the clubs. Rick is saying, evening, guys, Stevie, Jamie, Chinese, Dave, Jack, and everyone else. Hope you are all good tonight. Sorry, I've not been about much, guys. No apology needed, Rick. As I've told you before, I totally understand. You've got a lot going on at the moment, family-wise. You did explain that to me about a month ago. So we have my full support, mate. Put your family. Family comes first, mate. Totally understand that. So no apology needed. But thank you for being with us, Rick. Always a pleasure, mate. And welcome to the show. Hope you're well. Hope your daughter's well. And hope the rest of the family good also. Thank you, Rick. Oh, Rick with a Snapchat here. Thank you, Rick. What a guy. What a gentleman. Rick saying here's a brownie, Gaz. Tenors still Brown. I don't really deal with cash anymore in this day and age. Oh, you should do, Dave. You should do, Rick. You should deal with cash, mate. They're trying to do away with it, you know. They're two, but you are right. It is a brownie. But yeah, I do spend a lot of cash. I even go to the bank and draw it out me and spend cash because I believe in standing up for keeping cash because they're trying to do away with it. And as we know, the one problem with doing away with cash is it closes up all the loopholes for people to make a few quid, people to exchange money between relatives. Unfortunately, now the government in the future will know everything, every penny you spend, and I don't agree with that. We're supposed to live in a free country. I don't agree with the government tracking everything in that respect. But what can we do? That's the way the world's going, as Rick just said. But yeah, Rick, you are an absolute gentleman, mate. As we are really needing the support at the moment financially with equipment to replace and one thing and another. So thank you very much for your extremely generous donation. What a gentleman. Massive, massive shout out for Rick. That is absolutely awesome, mate. Big, big, big thank you. And yep, thank you very much. But yeah, just to let you know, Rick, I don't get all of that. I don't get. But YouTube take about half of that. So I'll get a bluey. I'll get a bluey. Towards the channel. Yeah, YouTube are a bit ruthless when it comes to the Snapchat donations. They take pretty much half of it, which is ruthless. But every penny is appreciated, and it's every penny helps at the moment with the channel. Still a long way to go to get it moving forward. So massive, massive thank you, Rick. Your generosity is absolutely amazing, mate. Really, really do appreciate that. Absolutely, what a guy, what a gentleman. With the cost of everything going up today, I would be more than grateful for just a quid, 2 quid, whatever you guys can spare when you can to donate towards the Fan Dem project. But to give a donation of £10 is absolutely amazing, Rick. You are an absolute star, mate. Real gentleman. And thank you very much for the fantastic support, mate. Cannot stress that enough. Because, like I say, we are needing every penny at the moment to help me replace some of the equipment that is starting to get a little bit aged. Because, as you know, with technology, it's in date. You buy it new, 12 months later, it starts to get a bit laggy and not keep up with the internet and stuff like that. So it's a constant battle against technology. But thank you very much, Rick. You are an absolute gentleman, mate. What a guy. Cannot say thank you enough, mate. Really do appreciate that. You're an absolute gentleman. What a star. Ricky's saying, not too bad here. Thanks, Dave. Hope you are well. Thank you, Rick. Good to hear you well, mate. How's your daughter doing? Hope she's doing all well also. As I know, she's been having some difficulties with health, as you mentioned to me a while back, mate. So hope everything is going okay with that. But thank you, Rick. Good to hear, mate. And Jack is saying, good evening, Rick. Hope you're well. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, well said. And Jack saying, thanks for the donation, Rick. Absolutely. Yep, well said. Jack, absolute amazing generosity. Not the first time Rick's donated to the Fan Dem project. So I've got to give him a massive, massive thank you. Cannot stress that enough, Rick, as I know it's not the first time you've been kind enough to donate generously towards the Fan Dem project. So you're an absolute star, mate. Really do appreciate that support. Really shows that you care to help the Fan Dem project along, mate. Sorry, Dave. Dave is saying, I'm good, thanks, Rick, mate. Good to hear, Dave. And Rick saying, good to hear, Dave. Absolutely well said, Rick. And Rick saying, I'm good, thanks, Jack. Hope you are good. Awesome. Thank you, Rick. Loving the positive vibes. And Jack saying, I'm good, thanks, Rick. Good luck to Reading this weekend. Yeah, who's Reading got? Let's have a quick nosy. I couldn't remember who Reading have got this weekend, actually. Let's have a quick nosy. Oh, you guys not playing Saturday? Have you got a Sunday fixture? Oh, what's going on there? Are you game ahead? I'm not seeing you in the fixtures there, Rick. What's going on? Are you game ahead? Or am I just not spotting it? Cardiff, Bristol, Oxford, Portsmouth, Preston, Burnley, Blackburn, Plymouth, Hull, Norwich, Luton, Sheffield United, Middlesbrough, Watford, Millwall, West Brom, Sheffield Wednesday, Coventry, and Stoke v Swansea. So you guys not playing? What's going on there? Are you playing on Monday? No. Okay then. Right, let's have a look here. That's unusual. Why are you guys not playing this weekend? Where's Reading? That's why. Yes, you are. Oh, come on, Gareth. I told you I'm tired tonight, guys. I'm really tired. I'm looking in the wrong damn league. I'm looking in the wrong league. What a plonker. Reading at home to Rotherham United. There we go. My bad, guys. I'm looking in the wrong league. I've told you it's been a long day at work today. So my apologies. That tells you that normally I'm pretty switched on. I'm normally pretty switched on with that. But yeah. So yeah, winnable game for you guys this weekend, Rick, at home to Rotherham United. Do you fancy your chances for that one, mate? I can't believe I just did that. Looking in completely the wrong league. Jack is saying, top man, Rick. Absolutely. Thank you, Jack. And Rick saying, thanks, Jack. We got Rotherham tomorrow, who has Worthing got. And Rick saying Rotherham, yeah, just saw that. I was just looking for it, mate. I'm looking in the wrong league. Complete. I can't believe how gormless I've just been. Rick is saying daughter is okay, thanks, Gaz. It's just quite tough to deal with sometimes. Hence why I've not been about too much. I do try and pop in when I can. Mate, I know you try. I know I've seen you drop in even. Sometimes you're very honest. I respect that, Rick. That even when you're busy, sometimes you just stick your head in and tell me that you can't stop. Obviously, we love to have you back when you can. We love having you involved in the Fanden community. You're a valued member of the Fanden community. But as I just said, family comes first, mate. Totally understand that. But I always appreciate your honesty when you stick your head in sometimes and just be honest, just saying you can't stick around, but you still come and stick your head in, say hello, and drop a like. And I really am grateful to that. No, especially when I know that you want to be more involved, but obviously life chucks these challenges at us, done it. So Rick, no reason to express any form of apology or anything like that, mate. Obviously, we know you want to be part of Fanden. Your generous donation proves that, and the fact that you come in sometimes, even when you haven't got time, when you just stick your head in and say hi and drop a like, which and always honestly express that you can't stick around because you're busy. At least you're honest and always trying to show support as and where you can. So thank you, Rick. Top man. And Jack is saying, Slough Town away, Rick, near Reading. No way is it second half already. That's gone by quick. Rick is saying, not far from me then, Jack. I live in Newbury, now about 17 miles from Reading. So we're back underway, guys. Ball now with QPR as they race into the box here. Crossed in. So they've hit this. Well, I don't know what happened there, but the flag's gone up. The flag's gone up from the linesman. Jamie saying, I'm back. Sorry about that. No apology needed, Jamie. And Rick saying, you are looking in the championship there for Reading, Gaz. Unfortunately, we had. I know. I was looking in the wrong league. My apologies, Rick. My apologies, mate. That's because it's where you should be. In fairness, that's where Reading should be, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, my apologies, mate. Top man. But like I say, I've been at work all day, mate. My brain is just not with it tonight. It's just I'm a bit mentally and physically tired tonight, but I'll get a good night's sleep tonight. Hopefully, be refreshed, ready for tomorrow. But thank you, Rick. Apologies there, mate. Anyway, let me put. I forgot the seat. So it shows I'm not switched on. I've not put the radar back on the screen. That's why I don't do Friday night games. I do, as you guys know, I do Friday night games, but I normally do Friday night games when I'm not feeling this shattered. That's why when sometimes it's Friday, been working all week, plus with a long weekend to come of games coming at us. Friday's not always the best night to be uh, giving my maximum focus for the commentary. Um, Not because I don't want to, just through being tired through a long week. I'm sure you guys know all about that. Most of you guys that are regular fandoms also work. So I'm sure you're well aware of how tiring and draining it can be by the end of the week. Now, Derby with the possession on the far side. They play it forward. So it's challenged and eventually. No, it's not gone. No, they just managed to keep it in play there. Now Derby playing it back to the halfway line. QPR just backing off here as Derby working into the centre circle. Now they just work it out wide on this near side. Too much on the ball, and it's gone out of play there for a throw into QPR midway inside their own half. Jamie saying, "Hi, Rick. How are you, mate?" Thank you, Jamie. And Rick is saying, "Oh, good, thanks. How about you, buddy? Awesome. Thank you, Rick." And Jamie, loving the positive vibes. Jack saying, "Reading should be in the championship. That's why." That's very true. Yeah, well said, Jack. That's very true, mate. Now the ball played back to the goalkeeper. Hopefully they get their ownership problems sorted soon, and maybe then they can start focusing on getting back to the championship. But need to get that ownership problem sorted first. Now the ball with QPR on this near side as Derby come to press the ball. QPR just cutting it back there. Now it's not long down this near side of the field. Both sets of players trying to challenge for it there. QPR coming away with it. As they play it towards the edge of the wall box. They've ended up knocking it out of play there. Sorry, towards the Derby box, and it's gone out of play for a goal kick to Derby. But yeah, good shout, Jack. Jamie saying you're looking at the wrong league. I know. I just realised. I know. Rick is saying hopefully you will be looking in the championship for Reading very soon. I hope so, Rick. I hope so, mate. As you know, I am frustrated like you will not believe with what's going on. I've been reading about some of it. Obviously, I've not had a chance to catch up with all of it, but I have read about some of what's going on with the owners at your club, mate. And it's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. It's about time the EFL introduced some sustainability rules that means that these boneheaded owners that are in it for the money and the glory can get stopped from buying football clubs. Too many brain dead owners that think that they can just come in, buy a football club, spend a little bit of money, and then just it's just going to all click together, and they're going to get Premier League, and then they're going to be able to cream it off and get all the glory. Well, they need to be. Do you know what? There should be a test of ownerships for me, guys, where owners must prove that they've been a football fan for at least 5 years, because at least then they've built up some knowledge of what it actually takes to build a club and grow a club into the Premier League, instead of these, how can I put it, boneheads, brain dead morons, business people that come into football thinking that they know it all, and it's just, oh yeah, I'll invest a few million in this club, and it'll all click together, and we'll be sunshine and happiness and sitting on deck chairs with Premier League written on the back. Well, the rest of us that live in the real world that are true football fans know that it doesn't work like that. About time they should do a crash course, shouldn't they, for ownerships, a test to test them on their football knowledge to see if they are, this boneheaded, whatever it's called, fit and proper persons test. Let's have a football knowledge test for owners to see if they know enough about football in general to actually own a football club. Because if they don't know enough about football in general, then what they've got no business being a football owner, a club owner, have they? That would be a really, really refreshing if we actually. But then again, that's not going to happen, is it? Because look at the boneheads that's running the FA. They're all a load of suits that couldn't, organise a piss up in a brewery. So, we're up against it, guys. Unfortunately, we're up against it. Our clubs and the game we love is going to be ruined in years to come because of too many boneheaded owners coming in thinking that they can flip the script and make a quick buck, get a bit of Premier League glory, and it's all going to be sunshine and roses. Well, try being a football fan for just 5 years, and they'd learn that it doesn't, it just doesn't work like that, does it? Just doesn't work like that. You can have all the money in the world, but it doesn't mean it's going to bring you success. Look at QPR. I mean, come on, QPR, the perfect example of a club owners splashing the cash, thinking that they can buy Premier League success. And look at them when they bought the likes of Rio Ferdinand and Sean Wright Phillips and all them kind of players, and they couldn't get them to play together to stay up in the league. Never mind push on and win European football and things like that. They couldn't even get them to click together to stay in the Premier League, and that was experienced Premier League players. How many players did they buy under that ownership? They must have bought almost a team of players that had Premier League experience and some high-profile players as well, like Rio Ferdinand. But yet they still couldn't get it to mesh right, could they? That is a perfect example of boneheaded owners not having a clue, just not having a clue about football. Anyway, enough of my ranting. Derby now with the possession on the far side as they come forward here, closed down by Derby. Derby have won it back there as they just play it back into the middle. It's knocked forward on the far side as Derby racing towards the byline. Ball crossed in as QPR come to challenge. Derby just managing to retain it as they're forced to play it outside the box, but quickly challenged by QPR. And QPR managing to knock the ball long down the field. As Derby just managed to come away with it there under pressure. And now Derby on the edge of the centre circle, challenged by QPR. The ball worked out wide on the far side. As QPR now coming forward. Jamie saying, Rick, how's your little one doing, pal? Thank you, Jamie. And Rick saying, not too bad, thanks for asking, Jamie. Awesome, loving the positive vibes, guys. Jack is saying, did you see what I said, Gaz? I'm at Worthing women's game Sunday, so won't see much of me this weekend. No worries, Jack. Yep, totally understand. You guys go to games sometimes, so not always time to come in. But yeah, I did see your comment, Jack. And obviously you didn't hear me, mate, because I said to you, safe travels, as I always do, mate. Hope you have safe travels. So yeah. And just to remind you guys, next weekend, I will not be with you. I will be having the weekend off next weekend as I am finally going to go and catch up with my bro, which I have had planned for well over a year. And unfortunately, through work circumstances and one thing or another, it's taken ages to arrange. So I am so looking forward to that next weekend, taking a weekend off to go and catch up with my bro. Maybe have a beer and hopefully the weather's good as well. So, yep. So don't forget that, guys. I will not be with you next weekend as I'm having the weekend off. Not sure about Friday night yet. Not sure about that. Might be on Friday. Can't promise it yet. We have yet to make the final arrangements, but I definitely won't be with you on Saturday, and most probably won't be with you on Sunday either. Now the ball. That's next weekend, by the way, not this weekend, guys. Now the ball with Derby. As they race forward on the far side. Ball crossed into the box here as QPR make the challenge. It's not fully cleared here as eventually it is knocked away out to this near side and just rolls out for a throw in there. For a goal kick, is it? Has he gone for a corner there? I'm not sure he got the last touch to it, but it has gone behind. Jamie saying, Rick, good to hear, lad. Absolutely well said, Jamie. Jamie saying, Jack, I thought you'd go into Newcastle on Sunday. I think he's talking about Saturday. Jamie saying, got your head down to Gaz. You be back tomorrow, mate. Get your head down to Gaz. You be back tomorrow, mate. I'm not quite following you there, Jamie. I think well, as you know, I've started the game now. I'm not going to, only under special circumstances where I'd quickly quit the game early. Oh, now QPR coming forward again as they race into the box. Ball crossed in. Oh, QPR scored the third. It's smashed into the roof of the net. 57 minutes gone. QPR 3, Derby County 0. Well, not much of a reaction from Derby here under the new management as QPR now start to ruthlessly open them up. Where the hell is Derby County's back line there? Well, that is poor from Derby County. Their back line was all over the place. And it made it easier for QPR to get in behind, cross the ball into the box, and then it was just smashed into the roof of the net. But that goal coming from Derby County's own poor defensive duties. But thank you for the consideration, Jamie. If the scoreline continues to climb like this, I may end it a little bit earlier. But I'll stick with you guys for the moment. But thank you, mate. Jack saying that's FA Cup, Jamie, in March. Right, okay, Jack. Rick saying no apology needed, Gaz. You are a hard-working man on and off stream, and we appreciate your effort you put into fandom. And I can speak for all of us regulars here with that. Thank you very much, Rick. And yep, thank you for your understanding, guys. And yep, as I say, just need it and been planned for quite some time. So yeah, but thank you, Rick. I appreciate your kind words. Top man. What a guy, classy guy. Thank you, Rick. You are an absolute gentleman, mate. A real classy guy. Now the ball with Reading on the far side as he just cut the ball back to the edge of the centre circle. Now they work the ball out wide on this near side. Played up towards the edge of the box here. Derby coming across to press the ball. QPR cross it in again as it's headed away, but not fully cleared. Eventually, Derby do manage to blast it up the field as it just bounces out on this near side for a throw-in, pretty much bang on the halfway line. Jack saying, I want Newcastle away in the league in October. Jamie is saying, Jack, you never say that. You said going to Newcastle on Sunday. Yeah, fair point, Jamie. You did. Jack saying, my bad, Jamie. No, it's the FA Cup, mate. No worries. Thank you, Jack. Honesty. And Jamie saying, Rick, you taking the words out of my mouth. Thank you, Jamie. And Jamie also saying, okay, Jack, pal. Awesome. Now QPR with the possession. Just playing it back towards the edge of their own box here. 60 minutes gone, guys. It's QPR 3, Derby County 0. Now the ball worked out wide on the far side for QPR. Derby quickly coming to press the ball there. As QPR just playing it back to the edge of their own box. Now it's knocked long down the field, and that is a poor ball, as it's gone straight out of play for a throw into Derby on this near side, midway inside the Derby County half. Jack saying Crawley ain't happy about owners either. Yeah, there's a few clubs like that, Jack, unfortunately, mate. And I know, I've had my little rant before. I'm going to leave it at that for now. But you guys know my feelings about what's wrong with football and ownership. The FA's incompetence and the EFL's incompetence is bigger than a hot air balloon. Full of fart gas. In fact, that probably best sums them up. Full of wind. If only we could sack. Wouldn't it be great if we could have an election on who should be running the FA and the EFL? Now that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Eh? Because all them suits that are down there right now, they'd all be getting sacked straight away, most of them, wouldn't they? I reckon fans would vote 90% of them to be sent to the job centre. Do you not reckon, guys? But that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Eh? Football fans to have control of voting who should be running the Football Association. That would be amazing. Everyone, I think most of them would get sacked. And you know, I'll give you one reason why. One reason. There's loads of reasons we could go through, but I'll give you one reason why now most of those people at the FA and the EFL will get the sack. Are you ready for this? The fact that they are arrogant enough to not involve ex-football players and ex-managers within the Football Association board structure. If you look at the FA board and the EFL board, there isn't a football player amongst them. If there is, I'm yet to find out, because the last I looked it up a couple of years ago, I don't know if it's all still the same place, people in charge, but I know I looked it up a few years back and there was not one football player on that board. For the FA, that was. It was the FA, I think I looked it up. Not one ex-footballer is sitting on the FA board. What the hell is that all about? If that ain't corruption, what is? Do you know what I mean? Surely we should have at least one ex-footballer sitting on the Football Association board. Do you not think? Somebody that actually has played the game and know what the game's about because they've played it and been involved in it and had first-hand experience of it. But anyway, as I said, I'm not going to start ranting about ownership. See, you guys set me off. You guys set me off. Jack saying Brighton got good owners. Yep, they appear to do so at the moment, mate. Yep, that just appears to be the case. Reading now with the ball crossed into the box. It's headed away by Derby. QPR managed to win it back on that far side. It's crossed back in as Derby tried a challenge. QPR just managed to retain it. It's played out towards the edge of the box on this near side as Derby come to press the ball. QPR now taking it to the byline. Ball crossed in as it's gone behind, but the referee, I think, he's going to give the foul there. So go on, Jack. Give us an update on your team. How are they getting on? I'll leave the Brighton Chelsea scoreline for you to let us know, mate, as it's your team involved. I will tell you guys how it's going in the Northern Irish Premiership, though. Colorino still 1-0 down to Glentown. We've just had a yellow card here issued to the Derby player. So just bear with me a second, guys. I'll tell you it is. It was Mendes Lang has been booked by the referee. Substitution for QPR a minute ago as well. Double substitution was Min Hayek coming off, and it was Smith coming on, Paul Smithy, if that's how you pronounce it. And Sam Fields going off, and Kieran Morgan coming on. So corner on this near side. Free kick, on this near side for QPR, close to the corner flag. Ball crossed in. Oh, it's headed in at the near post as QPR make it 4-0. 65 minutes gone. QPR 4, Derby County 0. This is not good for a new manager taking over. Ricky saying, I won't talk about Reading owners as this is a family channel and I don't want to get Gaz demonetized with the language. Well, you guys have a right. That's what the channel is here for. You guys to let off a bit of steam. Um, they can't demonetize me for what you guys say in the chat. They can only demonetize me if I, as I understand it anyway, if I repeat certain things, and which you guys know I'm always cautious not to repeat certain things that might be said in the chat that might get YouTube not liking what I say. But no, they can't do that. And as far as I know, anyway, they can't. They don't have obviously, they wouldn't uh, do that for comments made in the chat. But feel free, Rick, fill us in, mate. Give us more insight. Derby making a double substitution now. So change coming for Derby. It is Mendes, Lang going off, and Jackson coming on. The goal for QPR was scored by Ronnie Edwards. But thank you for the consideration, Rick. You are an absolute gentleman. Thank you, mate. Jamie's saying some owners, their heads is so much up their ass, then don't care about fans. Them only care. They only there for one thing is RIP of fans, rip off fans. Yeah, rip off fans. Yep, absolutely. Yep, good shout, Jamie. Good shout, Jack. Saying good couple of weeks coming up for Worthing. Slough away, Salisbury and Farnborough at home. Good local teams. Awesome. So some derbies coming Worthing's way then. Jack saying, we understand that you're going to see your Brogaz. And if I don't talk to you before, I hope you have a nice time, as I know you've waited a long time, mate. Thank you, Jack. Thank you for the understanding, mate, and for the kind words as well. Appreciated. Top man. Thank you, mate. And Jamie's saying, I won't be here next weekend. I'm taking Megan away for the weekend. Awesome. Well, hope you have a good time, Jamie. Yep, absolutely. Why not? Go and have a bit of quality time with Megan. Best wishes for that. Safe travels wherever it is you're going, mate. And hope Megan loves it. Hope Megan absolutely loves it. Go and spoil her a bit, mate. Awesome. Safe travels wherever it is you're going, Jamie. And hope you guys have a top weekend. Cool stuff. And Jack saying, enjoy, Jamie. I hope you have a lovely time, mate. Absolutely well said, Jack. And Jamie saying, cheers, Jack, lad. Awesome. Rick saying, we need you to run the FA cast. Yeah, mate, if I run the FA, believe you me, we will. Well, for a start, there'll be a few officials going straight back on a referee training course, and the referee training course would be restructured because I'd remap that to like actually, introduce this old-fashioned thing called common sense. Do you know what I mean? And referees that don't show common sense would be getting shown the door. Right, so that would be the first thing I'd be attacking, and then there'd be a long. Well, let's put it this way: the Dole office would not like me if I ran the FA, because there'd be a number of people getting sacked there. That's for sure. I'd be filling it with ex-football players to get the football back on track. And the Premier League, they would be taking me to court. They will be taking me to court because I won't put up with none of their nonsense. Can imagine it, can't you? Right? Premier League takes chairman of FA to court over slander. And I'll be coming out going, it's not slander if it's true. How is it if it's true, it's not slander? I'll be still arguing while I'm walking out of the court after they give me the fine. Have you guys ever seen the film $1 Million? What's it called? Brewster's Millions, where he's slagging off the mayors, the elected mayors, where and he calls them moth rats or something. And he's walking down the stairs. He's just been fined something like £3 million for slander. And he's walking out of the courtroom, still dogging them and saying to the newspapers, you can quote me on it, because he wants to get sued again. You guys, maybe you're not old enough to know that. Some of you guys will be old enough to know that film, Brewster's Millions. What a class film that is! Absolute top class film that. Jack probably hasn't never watched that. Jack, look it up, mate. Top film. You'll like that. Brewster's Millions. Absolutely awesome film, mate. And if you remember it, then you're either as old as I am or you're older. Ball knocked out of play on the far side. And that's going to be a throw in to Derby, deep inside the QPR at half. We're on 71 and a half minutes, guys. QPR 4, Derby 0. Unfortunately, not much unless Derby can suddenly pull a goal back in the next few minutes. I think this game has gone. It just doesn't look like they've got the fight in them tonight. A lot of work for the new Derby County manager to do. QPR about to make a double substitution here. Don't forget, guys, if you could, please do hit the like button. And thank you very much if you have already. But thank you, Rick. Thank you, mate. Jack saying, check the scores, guys. Yeah, I just checked them, mate. Yep, as I've left you to tell us what's going on in the Brighton Chelsea game. So come on, tell us quickly before. There you go. I can see he's put it in. Rick saying, when you do run the FA, guys, just make sure you don't forget about us all at Fandom. Mate, if I was to run the FA, right, Rick, I've seen your channel, mate. I'd be employing you as a public speaker because if I go and speak to the press, do you know what I mean? I'll be ending up in court every weekend. So I've seen that you can present yourself quite well on your videos, Rick. So I think I'd be employing you, mate, as my public speaker. It had certainly cut down on the court case. What's it called now? I forgot the right terminology for it now. The summonses. It had certainly cut down on the amount of summonses coming my way. So yeah, if I was ever to be in the FA, mate, believe you me, I'll be having you as a public speaker. Jack is saying, so I don't spoil anything, mate, but I'm buzzing. And Jamie is saying it's be amazing if that happened, but it won't though, because money talks too much. Very true, mate. Very true, Jack. They're letting us know how it's going in the Brighton Chelsea game. So it's Brighton 3-0 up now against Chelsea. Chelsea, what is going on with them? But take nothing away from Brighton. Brighton winning convincingly again tonight. Now the ball on this near side with Derby as they come forward here. QPR closing the space. Derby just managed to retain it there as they play it back into the middle. Now they switch the ball out wide to the opposite side as QPR come to challenge for it. Derby just cutting it back there as they play it back to the halfway line. Now it's knocked into the middle of the park as they try and switch the play out to this near side, but eventually QPR blasted it out of play for a throw in to Derby deep inside the QPR half of the field. So throwing now to Derby. Ball back in play. Say now play it towards the edge of the box. It's crossed in. QPR just managing to intercept it, but they couldn't keep the ball under control as Derby come away with it. And now Derby with a shot from distance, but it's straight down the goalkeeper's throat as the keeper manages to make the save comfortable. And that relieves the pressure momentarily for QPR. Jack is saying it's crazy beating Chelsea 2 times in 6 days. Yeah, they are not the team they was a few years back. Jamie is saying, I'm going to London. She don't know it yet. It's her birthday next Monday. Awesome. London. 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 I hope that doesn't happen to you, Jamie. I hope that doesn't happen to you, mate, when you tell her you're going to London. I don't need to attend any more funerals, mate. I've had my fair share in the last few years, so I don't need to be attending any more funerals. London. Well, I hope you have a great time, mate. Although it's not the most well, for me anyway. I know my missus would not consider that romantic, but everybody's different. Everybody's different. My missus, if I was to take her away for the weekend, I know she would be wanting the Lake District or Cornwall or something like that, somewhere where there's some countryside or some sea air or something like that. Um, but like I say, everybody's different. Hope you have a great time, Jamie, and I hope she loves the surprise, mate. Jack is saying London, nice, Jamie, enjoy. Jack saying, and happy birthday. Absolutely, yep. Well, I'm sure I'll see Jamie before then, before next weekend. Jack is laughing at me. Thank you, Jack. Rick saying, hope you have a nice time, Jamie, down in London, and happy birthday to Megan for next Monday, mate. Absolutely. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Rick. Awesome, guys. And Jack saying, reminds me of when we had good banter in them couple of Copper America streams we did in the middle of the night. Yeah, well, there'll be some more of that coming at some point in the future, hopefully, Jack. But at the moment, obviously, Friday nights, if I do come on Friday nights, I do obviously normally make the effort to engage with you guys a bit more because obviously Friday nights, it's harder to focus on the commentary when I've been at work all day, guys. As you'll see tomorrow, I'll be a bit more focused on the commentary. And I still try. On a Friday night. But obviously, it's a lot more difficult when you've been at work all day and you're tired. It's a lot more difficult to give that maximum focus. And plus, you know, can we see Derby getting back in this at the moment? We're on 78 minutes gone. QPR completely in control, 4-0 up. You know, I have no preference who wins this game, but unfortunately from Derby's perspective, they look out of this one. But thank you, Jack. Jamie saying, thanks, Rick, mate. Top lad, pal. Thank you, Jamie. And Jamie saying, cheers, Jack. Also, thank you, Jamie. Ricky saying, Brewster's Millions is classic. Guys, Richard Pryor. I like Stir Crazy with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. Sorry. Very funny. Give it a Butchers. If you have not seen it, absolutely, yep. Well said, Rick. What's the other one? And all, see no evil, hear no evil. That's a good one as well. I don't know if you've seen that one, Rick. See no evil, hear no evil. That's also a top film as well with Richard Pryor. Yeah, absolutely class film. If I'm remembering rightly, that's he's in that as well. If I'm remembering rightly, but yeah, that is absolutely hilarious. See no evil, hear no evil. But thank you, Rick. Jamie's saying Gaz and Rick, Rick be a million. Gaz and Rick being millions. Gaz and Rick being millions. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, mate. And Jamie's laughing at me. Rick is saying that London. Do people of the north still call it that London? No, I can't say I've ever heard that terminology, Rick. Just I know people up north just call it down south. Down south, I know that's a common reference to London. Well, not London, but just the London area down south. I know that a lot of people in the north do refer to London. Go down south next week. Do you know what I mean, or something like that? Go down. Where you going? London. Do you know what I mean? Doom and gloom, but I suppose it's the same for you guys coming up here to the north when you come to Birmingham or Manchester. Where are you going? I'm going up north. Going up north where it's wet and rainy. Wet and rainy, full of pasties and pies. Did you like me hint of a Wigan accent then? Or I don't know if it came out right. But no, I've got to be honest, Rick. I've never heard people refer to it that. I've heard plenty of people say down south. Got to go down south. You know, like as in to replicate a Cockney accent. Got to go down south. Although we're Northerners, so we're not very good at replicating um, the Cockney accent. Jack is saying we're in London, aren't we? Neil Warnock. Thank you, Jack. Rick saying take her to Bramall Lane, Jamie. I don't think that'll go down well. James saying Rick, she's been there lots of times. Yeah, I don't think she'd see that as a treat, though, would she? Jack saying, going to London would be exciting for me. Yeah, fair enough, Jack. Yeah, but I'm talking about romance here. You know, he's taking his lady for a romantic weekend. So I'm thinking of the romantic aspect of it, Jack. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that London's a bad place to visit. I'm just meaning it's not what I would class as the most romantic city to go to. That's what I was meaning. But yeah, you know, Jack saying only up the road though. Rick saying, I've seen, see no evil, hear no evil, Gaz. It's Wilder and Pryor, sorry. Again, they also made a film called Silver Streak. In my opinion, Wilder and Pryor, and the best double act since Laurel and Hardy. Yeah, no, it's a good show. Yeah, that's a good show. I haven't seen that other film you're talking about though. What's that called? Silver Streak. I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen that. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if there's any double act that I've seen that's comparable with them. Ball crossed in there. It's come out to the far side. Derby just keeping it in play. I'm trying to think of. I'll tell you who is a good double act, but I don't know if you've seen this one because it was never released in the UK. You can get it in the UK, but it was never properly released in the UK with the same intent of what it was released in America. And I'm not saying they're as good as them two, but they're certainly close to it. They're certainly close to it. And one of the actors, I've forgotten his damn name, because you'd know him. He's a very famous actor, but oh, you've got to watch it, Rick. If you haven't, let me know if you watch this one because this is an apps. It's one of my it's one of my most favourite films. I've watched it so many times with my missus because it's just so funny. It is just so funny. And it's called Grumpy Old Men. Let me know if you've seen that one, Rick, because if you haven't, mate, you've got to check that out because, honest, that is an absolute classic. But like I say, it wasn't released in the UK in the same way it was released in America. And in fact, if you actually try and find it on DVD, it's impossible to find it where not impossible to find it on DVD, but DVD. But DVDs, when you buy DVDs, I don't know if you remember, DVDs come in regions. So like you'll have region 2 or region 6 or whatever it is, but they have regions, don't they, of where it can be played in different parts of the world. And you can't find it for the region what we're in. You just cannot find it. It's just not for sale to buy it in the UK. But yeah, let me know if you've seen that, Rick. Because if you haven't, mate, please do go and watch it. Because you'll come back and you'll say, Gaz, I am glad you told me to watch that because it is an amazing film. Honest, so funny, so you'll be in stitches with it, mate. You will be in absolute stitches. It is so funny. It's just exactly the title gives you a big clue. Grumpy old men, but it is such an amazing comedy, and them two have worked together a few times, and I can't remember the main guy that's in it. He's an old actor from back in the 70s. He was in his younger years, shall we say, and he's well known. He's well known. Derby are coming forward here on the far side. Ball crossed in. Oh, Derby have topped it into the back of the net. Goalkeeper left footed there. 86 and a half minutes gone. Oh, the flag's gone up. Oh, that's harsh on Derby. They thought they got themselves a goal back into it there, at least a consolation goal, but the flag going up from the linesman. But yeah, I'll try and look out for that, Rick. Silver streak. I'll try and look out for that. See if I can watch it sometime. Jack is saying, rather go Blackpool. Yeah, Blackpool's okay, although I've been there God knows how many times over the years. Like I say, for me and my lady, if it was romantic, it'd be going somewhere like the Lake District or the Highlands, or maybe down on the south coast, Cornwall, somewhere like that. If it was a romantic weekend, although down to Cornwall is a long drive for a romantic weekend. Jack saying my dad's a northerner. He just does Cockney accent whenever saying anything about London. Okay. Okay. Rick saying, I lived in Pontefract for about a year. They didn't like me. They thought I was too posh, a southerner, southern softy. I will admit, us southerners are soft. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I've maybe a bit softer when it comes to the wet weather. Maybe that's true, but I don't know about soft in general. I've come across some southern lads that can look after themselves. They just don't like the wet weather. But to be fair, I'm not lying, am I, here, Jamie? To be fair, us Northerners don't like all the wet weather. It's depressing. We can handle it probably better than most in the south, but when you get it day in day out up here in the north, it gets you down a bit after a while, doesn't it, mate? So yeah, I'm sure Jamie will agree with me there. Ricky's saying the West End in London can be quite spanky, Gaz. Yeah, fair. No, that's fair point. Like I say, I'm thinking romantic, but I've never been to London for anything romantic wise. So maybe I'm judging it unfairly. I don't know, but mate, for me, I live close to built up area. So if it was me, when I go out, me and my missus we want to get away from the concrete jungle. That's the thing. I suppose it's what you love. If you like being in the concrete jungle, then it's fine. But me and my missus, our ideal home would be out in the sticks, miles away from the concrete jungle. You know what I mean? With a few acres of land where I could go and make noise and not have neighbours complaining that I'm banging at 10 o'clock at night and things like that. Because as you guys know, I'm a loud, proud guy. I'm a noisy guy. Most of my neighbours think life stops at flipping, at 5 o'clock, at 6 o'clock when neighbours comes on. Whereas I'm like, no, life carries on. You go across the pond. New York's a 24-hour city. I've just said to my missus, I probably would do well living in New York because it's a 24-hour city. I'm not a 9 to 5 guy. But fair shout, Rick. Thank you for informing me. Maybe check that out one day. Jamie saying, Jack, it's a good idea. Don't forget, I live next to a farm. All right. So, yeah, the opposite for you then, Jamie. Visit to the city is a good thing then for you. 4 minutes have been added on at the end of this second half, and QPR have got a free kick here. Ball crossed into the box. It's knocked away and eventually knocked up the field, but the referee's blown for a foul there. Jamie saying, don't forget, I live next to a farm. All right, thank you, Jamie. Rick saying, not seen Grumpy Old Men, but heard of it. I will give it a watch, Gaz. Jack Lemon and Walter Matthews. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Honest, mate. You will not regret it. You will not. I bet you, Rick, when you've watched it, you'll want to watch it again sooner rather than later because it is that funny. It is really, really funny. It really is. When I showed it to my mate had never seen it, and when I got him to watch it, that was it. He started quoting all the lines to me afterwards. Do you know what I mean? He just thought it was absolutely hilarious. So yeah, definitely check it out, Rick. Honest, mate, you will love it. It's absolutely awesome. If you haven't seen it, definitely. Obviously, Rick's it, but Jamie, if you've not seen it either, check it out, mate. It's absolutely amazing. Really, one of my most famous comedy. One of my most favorite comedies. That is Grumpy Old Man. It's absolutely class. It really is. But yeah, let me know, Rick, when you've watched it, mate. I'd love to hear your reaction to that because you'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. If you've got a humour like me, mate, you will absolutely love it. Ball back in play. And don't worry either, it's a good family film as well. You can watch it. I can't remember what rating it is. I think it's about a 12 or something like that. So you can watch it with family. It's not it's not like loads of effing and jeffing in it, if you like. But definitely, I would not recommend it if it weren't well worth a watch. Like I say, for me, one of my most favourite comedies. That Rick saying Walter Matthews is a funny guy. Yeah, he is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely check it out. Like I say, you'll love it. Let me know, Rick. I'm looking forward to hearing your reaction to it now. I don't want to quote any of the lines and spoil it for you, but it is a class film. Rick saying you have Manchester close by, guys. That is basically London, but in the north, north, just historical, just as historical as historical. Yeah, not that far from Manchester. To be fair, I'm within reasonable travel distance of Manchester. So yeah, but I think London's like Manchester on steroids, isn't it? London's like just humongous compared to. I think London's like 3 times bigger than Manchester. Well, there goes the full-time whistle. And at full time, it has finished. Queen's Park Rangers 4, Derby County 0. Fantastic performance from QPR. And with no disrespect to Derby fans, I think they'll agree it was a pitiful performance from Derby. They huffed and they puffed, but there's a lot of work for the new manager to get his teeth into for Derby. But take nothing away from QPR. They win convincingly, and that gives them the chance to push up towards the playoff spots. We'll have a look at the league in a moment. But thank you, Rick. Jamie is saying we don't like wet weather, but we take better. We take it. Take better than London. London. Yep, fair enough, Jamie. Fair enough. And Jack saying, "Oh, that's what you meant, Jamie. Idea. Not idiot." Okay, thank you, Jack. Jack is saying, "Oh, did you mean idiot?" I'm not sure. Jamie's laughing at Jack. Jack saying, I understand if you live in a farm, going to a place like London is the complete opposite, basically. Very true, Jack. Very true, mate. And Jamie saying his idea. Jack saying, my nan still owns a farm in Derbyshire. Oh, I'm jealous. I would love to own a house with a bit of land. I don't even have to be a big house. I would absolutely love to look just a cottage, anything with some land around it. That is my dream home. Jamie saying, I watched it. I'll watch it after that. After this game, after this, guys. Well, I hope you can find it, Jamie. Yeah, I don't know how easy it is to find. I mean, I've got it. I've got it on hate. I've actually got it on. I've got it on a data disk. I downloaded it on the internet to make sure I got it because it is actually a difficult film to get. And I've also got it on the old VHS of all video. Kept it on the videos from back in the day because honest, it's difficult to find it in the UK. Honest, I'm not lying to you. It's really difficult to find it in the UK. Grumpy old man. But let me know, Jamie. Let me know what you think of it when you've watched it. Honest, mate, you will laugh your ass off at it. It's really funny. It really, really, it's top class. It's one of my most favourite comedies, as I was just telling Rick. Jamie saying, Gaz, thanks for that. No worries, Jamie. Yeah, I look forward to hearing your thoughts on that, mate. No worries, thank you, mate. Rick saying I will definitely watch it, Gaz. I will let you know when I have. Awesome. Thank you, Rick. Sounds good, mate. Yep, I'll be looking forward to hearing what you guys make of that. Because, like I say, for me, it's one of my most favourite comedies. And my missus loves it as well. My missus loves it as well. And like I just said, I introduced it to my best mate. And he loves it as well. Whenever we put it on or it's on, he's quoting it all over the place. That's how funny it is. That some of the lines stick in your head. Do you know what I mean? Just yeah. I don't want to say nothing. Just watch it. Let me know. And then we can talk about it. I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys make of it now. Now I know you're going to watch it. Right, guys. Let's have a look at how the game has gone in numbers. So I'll come back to your comments in a moment, guys. But let's have a look at the full-time match stats before we wrap things up. Because we've got more games coming tomorrow. A lot more games tomorrow. As it is a football day tomorrow. So here we go. Don't forget, guys, if you could please do it that thumbs up before you leave. And thank you very much to all you guys that already have, especially you guys that are regular fan dinners. Appreciate the support as always, guys. Right, so here's how the game has gone in numbers, guys. QPR winning 4-0 on the night. We'll look at the league table in a moment. But it has finished. Total shots, 12 for QPR, 7 for Derby. Shots on target, 5 for QPR, 1 for Derby. Possession, 49% for QPR, 51% for Derby. Passes, 415 for QPR and 428 for Derby County. Pass accuracy, 80% for QPR. 76% for Derby. Fouls, 9 for QPR, 14 for Derby. Yellow cards, none for QPR, 2 for Derby. And red cards, none. Offsides, 5 for QPR, 1 for Derby. And corners, 2 for QPR, 3 for Derby. So there you go. Let's have a look how the league table looks after that game, guys. That result pushes QPR up on the points scale as they now sit in 11th. When there was a bit below that. Yeah, I think there was a couple of places below that. Were they 14th or 13th or something like that? But they are, yeah, I think it was 13th. But they're now on 11 in 11th spot. 33 games played, 11 wins, 11 draws, and 11 defeats. On 44 points with -2 goal difference. We'll come to Derby in a moment. But just looking how far. See, yep, they are within touching distance of West Brom in the playoffs. So top 4 into playoffs, isn't it? So yeah, it's West Brom in the bottom playoff spot. On 47 points, 32 games played. So West Brom will be playing this weekend as well against Millwall. So yeah, tough result for a tough fixture for West Brom away at Millwall. So maybe Millwall can do some favours for QPR, but I'm sure Millwall will have hopes themselves of pushing up into those playoff spots if they can put a run together. But yeah, so QPR now close the gap on West Brom to 3 points. So obviously, depending on how results go this weekend, at the moment, as it stands, they are 3 points away from the playoffs. Let's have a look at the other end of the table. That result sees Derby drop into the bottom three on 20 in 22nd place. 33 games played, 7 wins, 8 draws, and 18 defeats. With 29 points on the board, minus 13 goal difference. With obviously Hull just above them on equal points, but obviously with a minus 11 goal difference, and obviously Hull with 2 games in hand on Derby. And also Plymouth and Luton have also got 2 games in hand, who are just below Derby County. So Derby in big trouble at the moment, as Plymouth and Luton will be playing over the weekend. So we'll hope. But like I say, all those teams in and around. In fact, I'm just having a closer look. All the 5 teams around Derby have all got, as it stands at the moment, have all got 2 games in hand. That's Luton, Plymouth, Hull, Cardiff, and Stoke. All got 2 games in hand on Derby County. So Derby in big trouble at the moment. Let's have a quick look at how the results have gone in the other games, and I'll come to your comments, guys. In the Premier League, it has finished Brighton 3, Chelsea 0, full-time result, as we know, 4-0 to QPR tonight here. In the Highlands Lowlands League, Highlands Lower League, Inversio Loco Works winning 6-1 against Deveron Vale. And in the Lowlands League, East Stirlingshire losing 6-1 to East Kilbride. Hearts second team winning 3-1 against Stirling University. Sorry, guys, my battery is going to die there. Where was that? And in the Scottish ladies game, it's finished Glasgow City Ladies 2, Celtic Ladies 2. That's a full-time result. And in the Northern Irish Premiership, it's finished Colorino 1, Clentorn 2. All full-time results. So there you go, guys. That brings you up to date around the grounds. Let's read out your final comments before we wrap things up. Jamie is saying I can do Manchester in about an hour and 20 minutes if I put my foot down. Oh, don't do that, Jamie. Don't do that, mate. There's, you know what them police are like on that M62, mate. They would love to catch a speeding young whippersnapper like yourself. Jamie is saying, well done, QPR. Absolutely well said, Jamie. And what is going on here with this? Sorry, Rick. Rick saying, just watched the trailer for Grumpy Old Men. Looks right up my street. Yeah, you'll love it. Absolutely love it, Rick. Honest. If you like to say, if you've got humour like me, mate, you're going to absolutely love it. Jack saying, my nan used to live in the house with the farm, but moved down, obviously, when my dad did, but still owns it. Oh, well, Jack, she's very lucky. I'm surprised she's moved away from that kind of life. Jack saying, thanks for the stream, guys. Take care, mate. Thank you, Jack. Been a pleasure having you with us. Don't forget, mate, check out Brewster's Millions. Jack, you'll love it. You'll absolutely love it if you get a chance. Watch Brewster's Millions, mate. But thank you for being with us, Jack. Best wishes to you and your family. And obviously, you're going to game this weekend. Safe journey there and back, mate. And hope your team put in a good performance and potentially get a good result. Thank you, Jack. Take care, mate. Stay safe. And as I say, best wishes as always, mate. And Jack saying, take care, Jamie, Rick, Dave. Good luck to all your teams. Thank you, Jack. Jamie saying, great live again, Gaz, mate. Catch up on the weekend, pal. Take care. Bye for now. Night. Thank you, Jamie. Best wishes to you and to Megan. Thank you for being with us. Pleasure, as always. Hope you're not working too hard if you're at work tomorrow, mate. But thank you for your company and conversation. Take care, Jamie. And yep, hopefully catch up with you all over the weekend, mate. Stay safe. All the best. James saying, take care, Rick, mate. Night, pal. Awesome. Thank you, Jamie. And Jamie also saying, take care, night, Jack. Thank you, Jamie. Top man. Jack saying, up the Albion. Thank you, Jack. Okay, mate. And Jamie saying, night, Dave. If you're listening in, if not, take care, lad. Thank you, Jamie. He might have jumped off if he's got, yeah, it's Friday night. He might have jumped off early because he's got to go. He's going to football tomorrow. Obviously, Millwall's got a home game, so he's probably going to it tomorrow. Rick saying, thanks for the stream and your chat. Gaz, always appreciate it. Take care. Gaz, take care. Stevie, if you are here. And Jamie, Jack, and Dave. See you over the weekend. Hopefully, good night. Thank you, Rick. Thank you for being with us. And best wishes to you and to your family, mate. And thank you for your kind words. And once again, massive, massive thank you for your very generous donation earlier on, mate. You are an absolute diamond. Really appreciate it. What a gentleman. Really appreciate the support, Rick. As I said to you earlier, we really in need of a bit of investment into some new equipment towards the channel. So that generosity you shown earlier on is a big help. Thank you, mate. You are an absolute diamond. Stay safe, mate. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully, maybe catch up with you a bit over the weekend if you're not too busy. And stay safe and well, Rick. All the best, mate. Take care. And Jamie saying night. Oh, take care. Bye for now. Thank you, Jamie. Well said. Thank you, mate. Top man. And Rick acknowledging Dave with the cheese symbols. And Jamie is saying, can't see Derby going down if they're not careful. Very true, Jamie. Yeah, very true. Well, they are still newly promoted, aren't they? Rick saying, Derby and Plymouth both managed in the past by Rooney down there. Coincidence has just not... he's just not a very good manager. Great player, pants manager. Well, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough, Rick. I don't know. I've not made a decision on him yet. I'm not. To be fair, I don't think he's had a long enough spell at a club to prove himself. To be fair, apart from the spell he had with Derby. But let's be honest, while he was managing Derby, they was in administration. So I'm not going to judge him too harshly for what while he was at managing Derby. And at Plymouth, he was only there a couple of months. So I think to judge him. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. I respect your opinion, mate. Massive respect to you. I do respect your opinion. Don't take it the wrong way. But I just think for us to make a fair judgment of whether he is a good or bad manager, I just think he needs time at a club where he's given a bit of time, if you get my meaning. But yeah, it's not been good for him so far, has it? He's certainly not been able to shine. I think time will tell. Time will tell. I think he deserves a bit more time yet to see if he can get a job and hold it down for long enough to actually prove himself one way or the other. And then I'm obviously say, like I say, but it's not been good for him so far. So good. You make a good point, Rick. You make a good point, mate. And Jack saying Brighton and Hove Albion, Gaz, mate. Thank you, Jack. Not West Brom. You've lost me there, Jack. Sorry, mate. You've lost me that. I forgot what you mean, and I forgot where you're coming from with that, Jack. My apologies. Rick is saying that's fair enough on Rooney, Gaz. You do raise a good point. No worries, thank you, Rick. No, like I say, you make a fair point. I didn't think of it like that. Two of the clubs that he's managed, sitting in the bottom two. You make a great point there. I never thought of it like that. Although, like I say, I just think to to judge him against when he was managing Derby. I mean, I've heard other fans judging him there, but I always think any manager that is managing a club that is in administration, and you know all about this, Rick, because of your club, what's going on at the minute. I think any manager that is managing a club in administration, their back's against the wall. So they're not able to manage the club in the same way as we expect that they should be able to, or that they normally would be able to. They're literally just treading water, because things are going on out behind the scenes that they have no control over. They have no transfer budget because the club's under a transfer embargo for being in administration. So I just think when any manager, this applies to any manager, when a manager is managing a club that is in administration, I just think it's a bit harsh to judge a manager that's managing a club in administration, because they can't there's only so much they can do. It's not like they can go to the board and say, I need 5 players, because they're just going to say, well, guess what, we're in administration, so bugger off. Do you know what I mean? Or piss off. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. But you raise a great point as well, Rick. Like I say, until you actually just said it, I hadn't thought of it like that 2 former clubs of his that are in the relegation zone. So that you make a good point that says something. But like I say, I think I think we need to just give at least give him another opportunity at another club. See if he can get a job at it. But I think for Rooney, to not go too deep into it, I think for Rooney, what I would say, Rick, is the next job he takes is key. Don't just take any job. The next job he accepts, he should have a long, hard think about whether it's right for him. Because some of these clubs, let's be honest, and I think Plymouth did do this, no disrespect to them, but I think Plymouth picked Rooney because of the name. They didn't pick him because he was a good manager. They didn't pick him because he was going to bring anything special to the club. The only thing they picked him for was because his name was going to shine a spotlight on their club. And Plymouth are up and coming, aren't they? They're wanting the ambition to achieve success, to go on to bigger and better things. They're showing that by the fact that they've been promoted from originally down in League Two, and they've pushed themselves now up to the Championship. They've had a new stand built, recently in the last, not sure what was it, last season before, I'm not sure exactly, but recently they've had a brand new stand built at their ground. So they're pushing on to they have the ambition to achieve bigger and better things. So I think that they employed Rooney because of his name, not because of what he brings to the table as a manager, just because he's Rooney. I genuinely think that. And I think that, in my opinion, as soon as I heard that he took the job, I thought it was a foolish decision, because it was pretty obvious to me. It was like, they are not employing you because of your management skills. They are employing you because of your name. And that, it was as simple as that. It was, and Rooney's a fool, an absolute fool, for accepting that job, because it was never going to be the right job for him. You know what I mean? So, and let's be honest, does he know enough about players at the level of the players that Plymouth have got? I don't mean this, no disrespect to Plymouth, but the level of players that they're able to employ, does Rooney know enough about that level of players? Do you get what I mean? For crying out loud, the guy's played in the Premier League all of his career. So what the hell does he know about players from League One? You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Seriously, you can know all the knowledge you want about football, but unless you know the players in and around that level, then you've got no chance. And no disrespect to Plymouth, I know they're in the Championship at the minute, but there's a big chunk of their squad that is League One players. You know what I mean? And some of them, maybe even League Two players. You know what I mean? So what the hell does Rooney know about League One and League Two players? But yeah, thank you for pointing that out, Rick. You make a great point. Like I say, I never thought of it with regards to the fact that 2 of the former clubs he's managed are in the relegation zone. And yeah, Rooney has to take a certain amount of blame for that. But like I say, for me, I thought he was a fool. I really do, mate. I think he was absolute fool for taking the Plymouth job. It was never the right job for him. Never. Never, never, never. So yeah. Rick is saying, no worries. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, mate. Rick saying, night, guys, get your head down early. Thank you, Rick. Yep, I'm going to jump off now and wrap it up and go and have a cup of tea, wind down a little bit, finish doing my edits for tomorrow, and then get my head down So hopefully I feel a bit more refreshed for tomorrow. I feel like I'm waking up a bit at the moment. But thank you, Rick. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you being with us tonight. Always a pleasure having your company and conversation. Best wishes, as I say. Enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully, maybe catch up with you a little bit over the weekend if you've got time. And as always, mate, stay safe. Take care, Rick. All the best, mate. And Jack is saying, when I said up the Albion. Right. Yep. Sorry. You're right, Jack. My apologies. And you know, I've told you this before, Jack. I told you, Jack. I don't know why, but I cannot get it stuck in my head that Brighton are an Albion. I just don't think of Brighton as being an Albion. I just think of Brighton being Brighton. You know what I mean? The Seagulls. If anything, if there's a nickname I think of Brighton for, it's the Seagulls. I don't think of them as an Albion. So, yeah, my bad. My apologies, Jack. You lost me there, mate. My apologies for the misunderstanding. But, yeah, in future, Jack, you'll have to say up the Seagulls because then I'll get it. But thank you for letting me know, correcting me. I just don't like to say, guys. I don't know how many of you guys do, but I just don't think of Brighton as an Albion. To me, West Brom are an Albion, but Brighton to me are Brighton or the Seagulls. You know, so yeah. But yeah, thank you, Jack. Thank you, mate. And Jack saying, I know you think of West Brom as only Albion, but mate, not Brighton. Yeah, that's true, Jack. But you're right. It is part of their name. It's my mistake. Obviously, they are called Hovium, Brighton Hove Albion. But yeah, like I say, I just think of that when I think of a nickname for or abbreviating Brighton, it's either calling them Brighton or it's calling them the Seagulls. To me, but that's to me. Do you know what I mean? I suppose we're all different. It's the same as me, obviously. Some people might think the same thing about Wanderers. You know, to me, there's only one Wanderers, and that's Bolton. But obviously, Wolverhampton fans would argue that they're a Wanderers as well. You know what I mean? So, and then there's that flipping heck, how many clubs are called United? You know, we could be here all night with that one, couldn't we? But thank you, Jack. Thank you for your understanding and explaining, mate. Top man. And thank you once again for your company and conversation. Also, Jack, been a pleasure, mate. And best wishes to you as always. Safe journey going to the game this weekend, mate. And look forward to catching up with you again soon, mate. So, right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. If you are a if you are a QPR fan or a Derby fan and you have any thoughts on tonight's game, feel free to drop your comments in the comment section below, guys. Fanden is not called Fanden just for a joke. That's what we are. We're a fan community channel and we want to hear from you guys. So if you are a QPR fan or a frustrated Derby County fan, please do leave your comments below in the comment section. I will do my best to reply to you as and when I can. Always happy to hear from you and I will make the best effort I can to reply to you when I can. So, yeah, feel free to drop your comments in. Would love to hear from you. Amazing performance from QPR tonight. They showed ruthlessness in front of goal. They got their few chances and took them clinically. A lot of work for the new manager of Derby County. I'm sure Derby County fans extremely frustrated tonight, and rightly so. Rightly so. There wasn't, no disrespect to Brighton. Sorry, that's because I've just been talking to Jack about Brighton. No disrespect to Derby, but in fairness, to put it blunt tonight, and I mean this with all respect, I have no preference over who won this game. I am just giving you my honest assessment. In fairness, Derby County huffed, they puffed, but they could not blow the house down tonight. That is probably the best way to describe the performance. But hopefully, Derby fans, keep your chin up. Hopefully, things improve for you guys. Just remind yourself that Sheffield Wednesday looked down and out at parts of last season and they managed to dig themselves out of trouble. So that should give you a bit of hope. Stay positive. It's not done yet. You guys could still dig yourself out of that bottom three. But that's it for me for now, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay safe and well out there. Look after yourself and hopefully I will see you over the weekend. Take care. All the best. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.